What concerns me, and this relates to Meyer's comments, what concerns me, and I thank her for coming forward. In my time here on the council, I don't think that Lynn Myers has ever spoken before the council. So I thank you for doing that. But I was here when Mr. Allen used this forum, GTV6, and this council meeting to stand at the podium and solicit funds on behalf of the Thompsons. And for me, as a citizen and a resident, just as a caring person, I don't think it even matters the fine edge you want to put on it. Is he allowed to deduct a service fee, a handling fee, or is he not?
No.
Does it make a threshold of $25,000 overall for his nonprofit, or does it not? The point is, he came here presenting himself as a concerned person who was reaching out, a watchdog, reaching out on behalf of the Thompsons to the community to receive funds for them. He wasn't asked to do that by the Thompsons. He didn't discuss it with the Thompsons. He just did it. He received funds. And no one knows, except Mr. Allen, I suppose, what the dollar amount was that he received. The only thing we know is that a couple of people, and Ms. Myers is one of them, came forward to the Thompsons at some point and said, "Hey, did you receive the money I sent you?" We don't know what funds were sent in, and we won't know. And I'm sorry, Mr. City Manager and my colleagues here, but I'm a little disappointed in a certain way that the way the city has handled looking into it is essentially going to Mr. Allen and saying, "Hey, how much money did you get?" "Well, I got X number of dollars." "Okay, thanks." That's basically it. What we do know is two people were their plight, their situation was used by this individual. And lastly, I have to say, it's very interesting to me, this alias of Barry Allen, or Alan Silverman. And you go on the web, what you find out, the internet, what you find out is there's a half a dozen or more different names he's used through his travails across the country, Alan B.I. Silverman, Silverman, Alan Silverman, Barry Allen, Alan Barry Silverman. It just goes on and on and on. And I have to laugh because Mr. Mohill, who claims he's being slandered, is the one that stood right here at this podium and said, "Why is this council picking on this man for adopting a stage name, a professional name?" When people pick a professional name to assume, they stick with it to assume it. They don't run all over the country changing their name here and changing their name there, changing it again this time, changing it again that time. But the funniest part to me was I was watching the movie Catch Me If You Can, a rerun of that. And you know what that movie is about. It's based on a true story of a fellow who is perhaps one of the great, if you want to use that adjective, American con artists, who passed himself off as a Pan Am airline pilot and a bank executive. And in one point in the movie where he's passing himself off as a Treasury agent, a Secret Service agent, and he's asked, "What's your name?" He says, "Barry Allen." True story.
I'll have to watch that movie
Thank you,
again.
Mr. Mayor.